Hello and welcome to the Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Rosemary Brown of the 189th District for Monroe and Pike counties. We're by Fernwood Resort with the Bushkill Group owners looking at some of the newest attractions that they've added to the Pocono tourism. And with me I have one of the owners, Gina Bertucci, who I'm going to invite in,
Hi.
who's one of the owners of Bushkill Group and the many attractions that they've brought most recently to the Poconos. And Gina, this is just so beautiful. I've said it since the first time that I came out for the grand opening. But you have Tree Ventures, you have Pocono Zip Racer, and then you have Blue Lightning tubing as well. And maybe things in the future. We will see. But right now, it is just an amusement park up here that you've developed. So what made you go with this?
Well, first of all, it's a natural amusement park. You know, we live in a beautiful region. The Pocono Mountains are spectacularly beautiful. And when we were looking at ways to enjoy using the land that we have, we discovered this area of our property. And an aerial ropes course is a perfect way to keep the beauty of the property and get people outside and enjoying the Pocono Mountains. So we had a busy summer, you're very correct. We opened something new July, August, and September, starting with Tree Ventures. And so this is a 66 element, 5-course aerial adventure park. And really, you know, you've tried it, you know it's something for everyone, from people who are just starting out to the expert levels. So it's exciting, it's fun. Then we opened dual racing zip lines, really fun. 1,000 feet, you go almost 40 miles an hour. All the way up and all the way down. And then we opened Blue Lightning all-season tubing. You know, we had snow tubing, and snow tubing has been so terrifically popular that we opened a tubing park now that can be used all season.
It's very nice. I mean, it's just beautiful, like you said, to be outside, and that's what the Poconos is about, right. is our beauty of the area and the landscape and the tourism part of it. It just fits perfectly.
Well, we're easy drive distance. It's the attraction of doing something with your family. It's something on all levels. You know, there are not a lot of things out there that you can do with your family, and this is one of them. So shall we get harnessed up?
Absolutely. Let's get harnessed up and we'll head over to the Tree Ventures section. Let's go.
Great.
Okay, Gina, I'm almost up. Okay.
Great job.
We're good.
Fantastic. So you just got to the starting platform, and this is where all the courses begin on all levels. And you know, it's a lot of fun, and you already had the excitement of even just walking up the platform.
I did. So. And you know, I was here a couple weeks ago with the family, and being new to this, I've never done it. Just beginning to hear about the concept being developed in outdoor adventure for families. And my kids are still little, a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 12-year-old, and then myself. So I came in a little bit like, this is exciting, still a little nervous. The what is it, the height, the what kind of elements, you know, is it going to be too difficult for me, for the kids? And I have to tell you, I was very impressed, first of all, by the activity itself, but the levels and the comfort level that I had as a mother, whenever you take your kids for activities. First of all, they loved it. And second of all, it was very, very safe. And I think one of the misconceptions about these type of adventures is, you know, what are the safety parameters and what is done? And my 6-year-old was going through this with the safety mechanism and able to do it very easily, and I knew she was safe.
Yep.
So I think that's something that we really should talk about a little bit.
It is a new sport, and so folks don't know, what do you need, what equipment, what skills, is it scary, is it safe? And so we picked a system that is very safe, and we have a terrific manager of the park, Brian Hodakowski, who will explain it to you.
Great, great. Come on over.
Hey, Mary.
And tell me about this, because this is what I was so impressed with. And you know, everybody gets a little hesitant when they start to do something new. Even myself, I'm still a little tentative when I do it, but it's very, very safe, and it is very easy.
Absolutely. So these are state-of-the-art 2012 Product of the Years for aerial ropes courses. They are SSB safety clips, which stands for Smart Safety Belay. So basically, there's always one going to be unlocked and one locked. So as soon as you get on any course, there's always going to be one clip locked at all times, no matter what. And as you can see, you also have a full body harness. A lot of other parks only have the waist harness
and
right
not
here.
this part up here.
And yeah, so we have the full body harness, so there's many points of contact for your safety, and it's you basically have to try to take it off to fall out of it.
Right,
So
right.
it makes our job a lot easier, and everyone feels a lot safer.
You do. You feel very safe doing it, and you're very challenged while you're doing it as well. And
It's great exercise. You don't even realize, right?
Absolutely.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you're so focused on trying these new elements that you realize, boy, I'm really working up a sweat, and you would not think it.
right, you're getting the exercise, and one thing that I found very enjoyable was it took my mind off of everything.
Yeah.
Because all I was doing was focusing on exactly what I was doing
Absolutely.
at the moment, and that's very nice because it's difficult to get your mind off of everything else.
And it's not
and
like
have fun.
anything else.
No.
I mean, you're putting yourself into a situation where you're stepping off on things that are moving, and I mean, it's different. And when you're finished, you have a tremendous feel of accomplishment. And I mean, I think your experience has been people start on the beginner course and then they move to the more
Oh, yeah.
expert courses, which you should explain a little bit. I've never seen them, but he goes through them in a minute.
The expert course?
Yes.
I'm still on level 2. I think I did level 2, but
some
I'll get
practice.
there. Right? Yeah, but I don't know about that expert. I mean, but it's amazing. The course is amazing. But go ahead, tell us
Some of
about
the
the
elements.
levels.
Yeah, sure. So you want to hold these clips?
Sure.
So we have 5 different levels. It starts off with our yellow course, which is the easiest. It's about only 10 feet off the ground, and it works all the way up to our black course, which has many hard elements, a lot of upper body strength required. And as you go on throughout the course, there's more slack in the lines, there's more balance required, there's more kind of, feeling out of your element. But as you go, you definitely feel more comfortable, and yeah, you feel very accomplished once you finish.
Yeah. So your strength builds as you go.
Definitely,
to
yep.
the-
And
to
there's
the other levels.
also numerous zip lines of all different sizes mixed in between. So you have your safety clips, and you also have a zip line pulley
Yeah.
to zip around.
So you can try the little zip lines, and then you get to try the really big zip
Yes.
lines. We have the big dual 1,000-foot zip lines.
Right,
So that's
this
a
is
real
warm-ups.
progression.
They're
That's
warm-ups,
right.
And it's a break during your
That's right.
work with
That's
the
right.
other aspects of the venture
Yep.
to give you a little bit of a zip line break
Absolutely.
and a little
Yep.
add variety to it.
Yep.
Now the sunshine one, which is the beginner one,
Yes.
wonderful, and even the height off of the ground is more limited, right? A
Yeah.
little bit. Everything's modified a
Yep.
little bit. Now the age limit for that is
7 and above
And
is
above.
our age limit. Yeah.
Okay.
We gave some special privileges to your daughter, being 6, but she did
tall.
fine. Yeah,
She's
exactly.
tall.
but
42
yeah.
inches, and 7 years old is our
Yeah.
our restrictions.
And and that's the interesting part because she'll be 7 in a couple months here, 2 months
Mm-hmm.
or so. But she really, so if you look at that, she grasped it so fast.
Yeah, and your
And she
son
was
was
very independent.
literally just
Yeah.
streaming through. The only thing that I think that we have to remind everybody is you have to wear closed-toed shoes. I mean,
Right.
you need a shoe
Right.
that ties on your foot, like a sneak or something that is solid on your foot.
Common sense that you should be
Yeah.
really in gear and shoes
Yeah.
that is comfortable and you can move in.
But as spring gets here, people are in sandals, and we want to make
Right.
sure that they know that they need to wear some shoes that are,
Right.
and anything that you would wear for, outdoor sports. So comfortable clothes that let you move around.
right. And I think you use a lot of muscles that you don't always use
yeah, you'll
in this
yeah.
because your mind is everything is,
You'll start taking some layers off once you go throughout the
Yeah,
course, for
no,
sure.
it's great. Now,
Warms you up.
are you doing the weather, all year round,
Yeah.
as much as you can with the weather?
Absolutely.
So this is pretty much open.
Yeah, in rain we've been open. You just can't be open in electrical storms,
Absolutely.
and so it depends on how hard and all those kinds of things. And Brandon really keeps a close eye on the weather. The other thing that's important is that when you buy a ticket, it's for 2 hours. So if you want to stay on the sunshine course the whole time, that's fine. If you want to make a progression up to, it is all self-activated. It's like when you feel more confident, you can try
Move
some
on
new
to the next
things.
level.
And these guys are out and always helping. I mean, they are out there to give you advice and, cheer you on and help you.
Well, and that was the interesting part because even when you're coming new and if you're a little bit new to the sport and to the activity, I had you guys help me a little bit, and they're right there looking underneath everything and watching as you go through. So it's very nice, especially if you're coming with a family.
I think that, it's interesting because aerial ropes courses are pretty new. I mean, and I think as people, our resort, for sure, they haven't really tried it. And so they get here and they have a lot of questions for Brandon, and then they're coming back. They're here for a few days and they're back another day because they felt so great about it. So
Yeah, and one of the things about this location, which is right by Fernwood Resort, and for people who are watching locally, right before you get to the Turkey Hill which is on your left. If you're going north on 209, right before Turkey Hill, it's on your right-hand side, and it's tucked back. And there's a sign there to know where to turn, but it's tucked back. It's so peaceful.
It's beautiful.
It's really like picturesque back here, and it's very calm, so you don't have a lot of hustle and bustle, and I think that adds to it as well.
And generally, I think people, there are a lot of amenities that are open to the public. And so one of the things that we were trying to do was make sure that everybody that lives in the area recognizes you can go horseback riding, you can do paintball, you can do tree ventures, you can zip line, you can play golf. There's, I mean, a really long list of activities that we have and amenities that are open to the public. So it's not limited to only people that stay on the resort.
Yeah, and we came to do a couple things, and we didn't get everything in because we were here for a while for the 2 hours, and then we were trying, we just couldn't get everything in that we wanted to get in. So it's a great tourism day and a great day out with the family.
That's right. And we're excited because we got to add dual racing zip lines and we got to add Blue Lightning. So it's just 3 terrific attractions that are all right within walking distance of each other.
It is really, and I'd like to take us over just to one of the
Elements?
wires and the elements, just to see how we hook up quickly. And then we'll show some other people out here. We have a lot of people out here. A lot of people are out here today. Yeah, so if we show how we can hook up here, I hope the camera can follow us a little bit, but how we hook up and how the safety mechanism really works.
Sure.
Let's go over to the
we'll
yellow.
Over here on Sunshine. So you're going to duck down underneath. And this is called a tweezle. This is what's going to let you maneuver throughout the whole course. So you're going to take your unlocked clip and you're going to hook it up to the wire. And you're going to slide it over, push it up into the tweezle. Yeah. And once you hear that click, yep. Now this one will be locked, and that one will be now unlocked. So now you are locked at all times on the course.
So you always have one locked, and this one won't open.
Nope.
Unless we do the mechanism to unlock it.
Yep.
So it's really quite easy once you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
And you get used to it.
People are a little frustrated the first course, but once they get about halfway through it, they're pros and they fly through and they don't even notice anymore. So
Right.
yeah, it's a great feature.
And then I would clip this one on.
Yep.
And so even though it's open, this one is always locked.
Exactly.
And they both follow me along.
Yes, ma'am.
Onto the path. Okay, I'm gonna head out. All right.
Did you know that in the corridors in the first floor of the capital of Pennsylvania, there are nearly 400 individual mosaics? The idea for creating these intricate tiles was first suggested by Henry C. Mercer in 1902. A year later, he received the commission to prove 16,000 square feet of pavement tiles for the Great Rotunda and corridors of the new state capitol building in Harrisburg. Mercer set about designing subjects for approximately 400 mosaics. He chose as his general theme the history of Pennsylvania, and he soon realized that his tiles could tell stories. Although the arrangement seems random, the mosaics are very thoughtfully placed in the floor. The tile sequence is roughly chronological, beginning at one end with the scenes depicting the Native Americans. The mosaics progress into the story of European habitation in the New World and encompass the Commonwealth's triumph through process and intervention. Now you know.
Did you know that Violet Oakley was the first female artist to receive a large commission for artwork done in a United States Capitol building? In 1902, Joseph Houston, designer and architect for the 3rd Harrisburg Capitol building, commissioned Violet Oakley to paint murals for the governor's reception room. He believed that Oakley's contribution would add interest to the building and act as an encouragement of women of the state. Prior to beginning her work for the Capitol, Oakley set out to England to conduct research for her murals. Upon return, she decided to center her artwork on William Penn and the founding of Pennsylvania. Oakley made sure that Penn's ideals of justice and peace could be seen throughout her work. In 1906, she completed 13 murals titled The Founding of the State of Liberty Spiritual and was placed in sequential order around the governor's reception room. These murals were some of the first to be installed in the Capitol. When Edwin Austin Abbey, another artist for the Capitol, died in 1911, Oakley was offered another opportunity to create murals for the unfinished Senate and Supreme Court chambers. Her work on the Senate murals, including International Understanding, was completed by 1919. Oakley then completed the Supreme Court murals, including the Divine Law, by 1927. Oakley is said to be the principal artist for the Capitol, with a total of 43 murals on display. She remains one of the greatest muralists in the United States. Now you know.
Gina, we've made it to the top of the mountain, so to speak, where the zip racer is.
Yep.
And we just saw a couple of racers take off, and it's beautiful. Again, it's another beautiful spot.
Another lovely spot where, you know, the view is amazing. There are 1,000-foot zip lines. Rumor has it you can get up to 40 miles an hour when you're going down, and it's an amazing way to be going through the trees. You feel like you're soaring like a bird.
And it's dual, so there's two. You could go separately or you could
That's
go at
right.
the same time.
We have some people who are competitive and they like to think they're going to race, and there are people that just go up and enjoy the ride.
Any trick to this? Any trick to going faster that you know of?
No, just enjoy it.
Just
You just
enjoy it
hook
and have a
on
good
and
time.
have a good time.
Now this you put in, this just recently got put in as well.
That's right. This was the third of our 3 attractions, and we started with Tree Ventures, then Blue Lightning, and then the Zip Racer. So we've had a busy summer and fall.
Yeah. Now, do you find that most people that do the Tree Venture section also tag on and do the Zip Racer at the same time? Or
It's a great combination. You
Yeah.
know, so if you don't have a lot of time, they come up and they just do the Zip Racer. But usually what happens is they try Tree Ventures and they get more confident and
right.
excited about it. And then they said, wow, I'm going to try that as well.
Right.
It is a unique way to enjoy the Pocono Mountains, that's for sure.
Well, we were just talking too that when you come up to do the Zip Racer, you actually are hiking a little bit, a very small walk, but a nice walk and a hike to get to the top.
It's a scenic path,
Right.
you know, and you check in at Tree Ventures and you get your harness there. It's a slightly different harness, and you just take your time, walk up to the top, and zip down.
So some more activity.
More activity.
Which is
Again,
really nice.
you know, there's such a push for people to get outdoors and get exercise and not be sedentary. And these are so many ways of doing it, and you don't even realize you're doing it. You know, you're just really enjoying the outdoors.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. And you know, when you look at it and you say, now if you had an hour, you would say, would this take less than an hour?
Less than an hour. So, you know, what ends up happening is people just schedule their day. So they go
Absolutely.
horseback riding, and then they go canoeing, and then they plan this, and then they have dinner, and then they, you know, we do movies. It's a resort environment that pretty much has something for everybody and at all levels of skills and activity. And but we are really encouraging connecting with the outdoors.
Yeah, and you can feel it when you're here, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
it's peaceful. It's beautiful.
It is. And now when you take the Zip Racer, you'll take one ride, so it's per ride. Not whereas it's as the
Unlimited,
Tree Ventures with
yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, most
so this is a
people
one
1,
ride.
2, 3 times
Yeah.
they enjoy it, and it's thrilling. Yeah.
It's very nice. Well, we're going to head down to the Blue Lightning all year tubing
Yeah.
too, which I think there's a lot of information there that's
It's
pretty
really
yeah.
unique. Nobody else in this region has it, and it really gives people a chance. Now we're talking about getting outside. You sit in a tube, you ride the magic carpet up, and it's really fun and really easy.
Great. Well, let's head down that way.
Let's go.
Okay, Gina, we've made our way down to Blue Lightning
3
tubing.
for 3.
We've been moving today, getting our exercise.
Yes.
But this is interesting because we were just briefly talking and explaining to the viewers it's a very unique concept and how you found this layout
Yeah.
for the all-year tubing.
All season tubing, you know, we're never sure exactly what Mother Nature's going to bring, and even though we have snowmaking in our snow tubing park, and snow tubing by far is one of our very favorite attractions in the winter, but we can never predict exactly when the cold and snow is coming, and so now we're in a great place. We either keep this open or we have snow tubing, so we have it year-round now.
You're covered.
And we're covered, whether we're covered or not, whether there's snow or not. It's really an interesting concept. It doesn't take water, it doesn't take anything. It's a hard bottom tube, and it's a plastic surface, and it's called Blue Lightning, all season tubing. So obviously it's blue, everything is blue, right? And we have lights, so you can do it at night as well. So we do all kinds of things, all kinds of special events, but it's unique. We looked all over and in fact found this in Italy, and we brought it in and we set it up, and it is right next to what is normally our snow tubing park. So the 2 lanes of Blue Lightning, and we added a magic carpet carpet lift, which is just it's like a giant escalator. You stand on it and it takes you to the top, and we'll use that year round. We'll use that in winter and for Blue Lightning.
So use for both tubing sections. So
absolutely,
it's multi-use.
Absolutely.
And I hear them coming down behind us.
It's really fun, and they're having a good time.
Good thing we weren't standing there.
That's right.
No, but it goes pretty fast.
It's fast.
As well.
You know, you think, oh well, how fast could it be? How fun could that possibly be? Well, it's a lot of fun, and you get moving, and it's a great sound, and you turn around, and as you saw, we have some people go in twos, and you know, I even had my little nephews come, and at first they were like, I don't know, and they did it one time, and then they were off. It was it was like we said, okay, we have to leave now. It's been too many hours, and so.
Well, it's nice that the lift can do both too.
Absolutely.
And when people come to do, in the past, now that you have the all-season tubing, but in the past they come and they can't go snow tubing for the tourism part and for visiting the area. It's disappointing.
That's right. And you know, usually Christmas week, that's like sort of a critical week for us. You know, obviously the tourism business, the resort business, and you know, whether it's cold enough and whether we have a lot to do is all about whether Mother Nature brings the temperatures. And so now we're in a great place because it sort of doesn't matter anymore. There's a great way to have
You've
fun.
taken control.
Exactly. And you can be outside and you can have a great time. So it's pretty exciting.
No, it's great. Now, if you look closely at, I'm sure they're going to get some video footage of this, but if you look closely at the base of what they're actually on, the blue, it's really rubber. It's rubber.
Yeah, the stopping mats. These are mats that slow them down, and then it follows the contour of the hill, and so it's really fun. And we've done all kinds of things to make it even more fun. So we have movie nights in the summer, and we do a thing called Frugal Fridays, both in the winter and in the summer, where you just come and you watch movies and you do tubing, and it's a great family outing. And you know, whether you're staying here or whether you're staying in the area or whether you live in the area, this is a unique, nobody else has anything like this, and it's a great way, again, to get outside and have a great time.
Yeah, it's with all three, the Tree Ventures, the Zip Racer, and this. It's nice because, like you said, oftentimes you live here, and most of our viewers are locals, and you don't utilize everything that's here for the activities because you think of it as the resort amenity, and it's not.
Right. And we try to give special deals to people that live in the area, so people should watch our websites, PoconoTreeVentures.com, PoconoZipRacer.com, BlueLightningTubing.com, all of those. We do specials that give people a chance to save and try it out.
And like you said, the Frugal Fridays are great, you know, meal and tubing and the movie. I mean, that's such a nice night to get outside.
And we have two ways of doing it. You can go for 2 hours, you can go for 1 hour. You know, it really is all about how do you fit all of that in. And again, you know, the horseback riding is right over here as well, and bumper boats are right behind us. And you know, you could just spend a day right here and all within walking distance. And I failed to say that that's where our golf start is as well. So
that's right.
It's all right here.
Now, you said your nephew was on this with you. So is there an age limit of independent riding on the tube versus
40 inches and above?
Okay, and that's normal for most amusement rides.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a height thing, and
absolutely.
And you know, at first they didn't know because it's not like anything, and then they were just loving it. So again, it doesn't take special skills. You ride up and you slide down, and that's true for winter, and it's true for the all-season tubing as well.
Now, are they doing any special full day? Or are you doing any special full day type of packages as you start to develop for locals?
You know what's interesting? We started to see a lot of groups, so groups of 12 or more, which really isn't hard to get to. 2 families essentially get together, and they can put together a group and they can spend the morning at Tree Ventures, have lunch at Wintergreen's Patio Grill, and then spend the afternoon at Blue Lightning and throw in some zip lines and throw in some horseback riding, and it is a full day. So we sell it, you know, family reunions are very big, and both sleeping over family reunions and family reunions for people that are just gathering in one spot. And so this is a really terrific way to pick a location that's central and get it all in. And you know, it's hard to please everybody in the family, so there's something for everybody and food. That's right.
Absolutely. And you know, we're at the Blue Lightning tubing, but I'm taking you back a little bit to Tree Ventures because you spurred me a little bit with the thought of family reunions and even businesses.
Yeah.
I would think that sometimes the businesses have
Team building.
Team building,
Yeah.
right? And we discussed that a while back.
That's
I
right.
think when the grand opening of Tree Ventures.
Yeah, Tree Ventures offers team building, and we're getting companies that are close by and companies coming from distances to do the team building activities there.
Right. So you figured, I was thinking if there's any local business owners that are watching.
Well, and
say, this
picnics.
is a great, right.
It's a great way to have your company picnic. You come and we have a picnic tent, a private picnic area. And again, you pick and choose from all these things, and your company pretty much can find anything. Somebody's going to find something that they're going to enjoy doing. I mean, we have 7 swimming pools, so you could be indoor or outdoor
Absolutely.
pools. So, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Right. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going
That's
to
right.
do this. Well, and you know, and the business world and everybody's talking, and part of, I think, the whole new era of this type of activities is around exercise and
That's
being
right.
healthier. We're eating healthier. We're watching everything's a lot more organic. And
That's right.
But you look at that and you say, you know what? It does make sense. It makes complete sense.
And
For even employees, like I said,
That's
to
right.
take care of your employees. This is a great gift. It's
Yeah.
a great activity to take them as a
Yeah.
group to
Yeah.
encourage healthy
Yeah,
lifestyles.
exactly. And
Stress
to
relief.
just stress relief, it is. It's you get out and you're trying something that's different and fun and new, and you bond. At the end of it, people say, "Oh wow, I did this and it's terrific." And when you're with your friends or with your workmates and you're up in a tree and everybody's encouraging each other, it really is a terrific way to build that bond.
It is, and I think we all need to enjoy life and
Enjoy
have
how
fun,
beautiful the
work
Pocono
hard and
Mountains
play
are.
hard.
That's right.
Right, that old phrase. But
That's
yeah,
right.
the Pocono Mountains are beautiful,
Yeah.
and Bushkill Group has just done a great job
Thank you.
with adding these activities.
Yeah,
And
and we'll continue to. I mean, we keep looking at ways of really taking advantage of how beautiful this region is, and how can we get people to continue to expand their idea of how do they enjoy the outdoors. I mean, it's silly to say, but we're bringing back the jumbo screen movie, and you come and you sit with a blanket and you watch a movie. That's still outdoors. It's
Well,
still
you
a
know-
bound family thing.
And Holly comes in right behind us here.
That's right. It was Holly's idea. Holly brought all of this in. Holly is our the new idea person for our company, and she brought us Tree Ventures. She followed up on the zip lines, and she brought this. She looked to Italy for it. Lots of fun.
It's great concepts, and I think it works very well for the Pocono Mountains, and it's very good for business, good for healthy lifestyles and for family, and getting back to the basics, like you said. So, Gina, thank you very much. We had a
you gonna
great
try
visit
it?
today. Last thing I want to do is try this today.
You go, girl. It'll be great. Thank you, Representative.
This is a legislative report. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about today's show or any other state-related matters, please feel free to contact my office. Thank you. I'm headed up. Come on, Gina.
All right, here we go.